There's my mic. There's the map. There's some audio. Do we have some intro music I can get going on here? Let's see. Oh, there's no fun like intro music. Oh, there we go.
This one is mildly disturbing. I like
It's
it.
called haunting music.
It fits.
Yes.
This is in fact haunting music. It's haunting in the sense that it sounds like the violin being played or the instrument being played is haunted.
They did have to deal with some haunted music. Some vaguely haunted music.
I think I was there for that.
That was the beginning of the manor. So
Yeah, I think I was there for that. I vaguely remember us being attacked by memories and music.
Oh no, this was different. Yeah. I remember that one. No, this was a different one. This is an elemental.
Yeah, this happened like a few sessions ago.
Yeah. This was ghosts that were trapped into dancing, and then it was actually an elemental, and then they had to fight it. And it sucked. It was a hard fight. There's a lot of hard fights in that manor, actually.
Yeah,
I feel like that's just the vibe of this campaign. Because there's a lot of hard fights.
That manor was really freaking hard.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the fucking dinosaur one with the like
fossil golem.
The T-Rex skull 30-foot reach attack that one shot fucking Roger, not Roger, Rodolph.
I'm gonna say I got one shot. That's impressive.
That was Rodolph, so that's a lot
we
easier.
didn't even go into because we're just like, no, it's too hard now.
Yeah, we also saw the Medusa outside, so we needed to conserve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was actually like skipping one or two fights because like if you guys had gone for that sword, that was a hard fight too.
I vaguely remember that this campaign was not great for first timers because of how hard it was.
Well, I think that's also because like a lot of people are like they start out learning off of like normal rules, like positive and negative healing and damage. And we don't really have to worry about that here.
Yeah.
The amount of negative damage a lot of enemies have, and the fact that we're all immune.
Yes. Which is why, like, a lot of it I've switched over to Spirit and, like, lowered the damage die by, like, 1 or 2 steps. Just so that way you're not totally punished for it. Okay. Picking up from last time. You guys fought Corinza outside of the manor. Defeated her narrowly. By the end of the fight, let's see. Crowley was unconscious. Savath is turned into yes. Savath is turned into a statue. Kana is flat out dead. Rodolph was at like 5 hit points, and got the killing blow. Got the final killing blow, I should say. Savath had the first killing blow, but Corinza had a companion with an interceptor reaction that detonated itself, and Savath was pissed. Rightfully so. Yeah, I guess we can kind of pick up from there. You guys are level 11 now. Rodolph, you have teleport. Or you have access to teleport now.
I do indeed. And I guess one of the fringe benefits of the result of that fight is I can take everybody.
Including your pet rock.
Can you
have a pet rock now?
Wait,
the bath.
Oh.
So are we going back to Grey Dirge or to Mekatar?
I assume I'll double check the spell again just to be sure, but I assume that I can only teleport to places I've been.
Well, probably, yeah.
As long as I can identify the location precisely, both by its position relative to my starting position and by its appearance.
Oh, so you know the
Oh, but there's a range of
how-
100 miles.
100 miles.
Oh.
Yeah. I would say, like, yeah, you could teleport to, like, basically, it's like cities or places you know or may have visited. It's like, I'll say, like, you guys at some point in your travels have probably stopped by Mekatar. It's the capital city, and it's just within range.
Oh.
Cool.
Oh, Megatar's a lot closer than Grey Dirge. Okay.
Yeah.
I had to double-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grey Dirge, way up here, 300 miles. I mean, you could teleport there. It'll take a couple of days.
Yeah.
I mean, we know we have to talk to the Ghost King anyway, so.
You don't know that yet. That's meta. I'm
Well,
letting you
don't
guys
we
know
have
you
to
will.
talk to,
Selvig.
You
don't
know
we
you
have
got to look
talk
for
to
Cell
what's his
Day.
name?
Hmm?
Selvig, yeah.
You also
Yeah,
know
and
Cell
he was
Day
headed
said
back to Mekatar.
he said he had to head back to Mekatar, but he would meet up with you guys back. Essentially, he'd meet up with you guys back down here eventually.
So without any real idea of when to expect him, might make sense to just go to Mekatar.
Having someone use sending to call him.
I don't think anyone has sending.
No, I don't.
Oh, that reminds me.
If anyone did, she's dead.
You could just talk to a government person and be like, "Hey,
Okay, you didn't
get
slip my
someone to call
secrets.
Selvig."
Did you pick your spells for level 6?
No, I don't believe I did.
Or for level 12 rather. Because you get 2 new spells and you do have 6 rank spells now. You already have the scroll for teleport, so I'm assuming you ate that. Also, you did get raised dead previously from your lessons, so you've got that.
That's right. Would it be safe to assume that every Bloodlord has sort of an office in Mekatar?
Oh yeah, they absolutely do.
Okay.
Is there
They
a
all have
Grey Dirge embassy?
residences. They all have like apartments in Mekatar.
So if we go there, would there be a way to like consult with our Bloodlords people there and kind of get the ball rolling on reaching out to Seldig, letting Haldoli know that we're there?
Yeah, it might take a little bit for word to get around or things like that. Yeah.
Okay. I guess as long as we can get the ball rolling on that, so that nobody can say we screwed up.
We're doing
Then,
our part.
I guess we could just teleport to Mekatar as soon as we're ready to leave.
Also, meta. At some point, you got to go back to the manor so you can get Roger.
Hypothetically,
Yeah.
we can always say I was in Grey Dirge doing research or some shit.
Well, that would be in Grey Dirge. Yeah.
Not in Grey Dirge, sorry, in Mekatar. If like
Okay.
you glanced at the backstory idea,
Yeah.
like where am I going to find history books?
Hmm.
Can't think of anywhere better.
True. Okay.
We can say I've put the sword back at the manor, though. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. I don't want to get caught with that.
Yeah. Let me do this.
Ah, Lord Roger, welcome to the city. Why are you carrying a hate crime?
Pretty much.
Thought it was going to go at the time.
Everyone gets 2 hero points. Let's see. Oh, while you're here in Mechatart, you could also sell off your treasure stuff.
Oh yeah.
So let's sell all that. Oh, what was that?
That makes sense.
Fairbit, Kemnebi's Curiosities. Bunch of books, things like that. 900 gold.
Oh yeah.
There were some landscape paintings, 480 gold. There was an
The
intact
tapestry.
tapestry, 300 gold. You got a
You
lot of
can also-
gold. You have enough gold that it's its own bulk.
117 platinum, so that's another 1100 gold.
Yeah, you can sell the sleeves of storage too, because those are just extra.
Don't forget the stuff in them.
Unless someone else wants them.
What do you want out of there?
Oh, Well, I took the any tool. I mean, Rodolph, I'm assuming would want, there's a shadow essence? Or do you have enough of that?
I've got a couple of them.
I
There's
can
another
take
one on the
the
party
oil
sheet.
of life unless someone else wants it.
Going once, going twice. There's a scroll of dark vision, 2nd rank. You already have the dark
Do I
vision
have
spell?
dark vision now? That's a good question.
You have low light.
I have low light.
You can't use it anyway.
True.
I've seen if Rodolph already had dark vision spell.
Oh, do you want
He
the
does not have
necklace
the
of
dark vision spell.
fireballs, Nick?
Do I want the what now?
The necklace of fireballs?
Sure. I won't say no to that.
And the Morning Star is useful for anyone who has needle darts, because that's where I got my cold iron from. And probably we should give Sivath the dog bone knife.
That would make sense.
The dogbone knife is really starting to kind of die off in its usefulness. DC 19 isn't huge at your guys' level.
Oh, yeah.
Like a DC 19,
Yeah,
like
I
most of
guess you
your
could just
modifiers
sell
are
it.
higher than that.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see. But the wand, the salve of anti-paralysis, I don't, like, we've never needed it, and I presume it can't help Sivath in this case.
No, because he's
Or
petrified.
can it? No. So then I guess just sell off the rest, except I can't move the dog bone knife to Sivath, so could you take that for him? Just if he wants it, if not, we can sell it.
I don't know if he'll want it. Hold on a second. Let me reset my headphones.
God, we have a lot of gold.
There we go. Okay. I was getting like a weird crunchy coming from my left ear.
Yeah.
Okay, so no one's gonna want the staff of protection.
The wand, I don't think anyone can use now.
Divine.
The scrolls, no one can use.
Technically,
All right,
Savath
Richard.
can.
Well, so I guess hold them for him, maybe. Does anyone want to not eat? Because there is the nourishing Aeon Stone. But basically, all it does is, oh, I guess it gives you air bubble too.
Mhm.
I guess that'd be useful for me.
Yeah.
I think we should give it to Roger.
Since Roger is the only one who doesn't need air bubble.
Or food.
That will max out Rodolph on attuned items or invested items. Sorry. So if you find something you want later, you gotta get rid of something.
Gotcha.
Oh wait, innate. There we go. Trillica Swing. Is that as an innate spell? No. Okay. I have to pay attention to if it says it gives it to you as an innate spell or just as a spell, because that determines what your spellcasting mod is with it. Innate spells use
Since it's an
charisma.
innate spell.
Yeah, innate spells use charisma, which on you isn't it's still pretty good, but it's like a 28 versus a 30.
Yeah, not my ideal.
Yeah, it's also air bubble, so.
Yeah, which I wish I had remembered when we had that fight underwater, but hey.
Let's see. Okay. Get that. No one wanted the cold iron mace. Morningstar.
I don't need it.
Yeah.
Does anyone need cold iron?
The problem with me taking it is that I would have to carry it.
Oh yeah.
I don't use things.
I don't use weapons. Ew.
Weapons,
Okay.
armor.
Okay. Looks like that's all sorted out.
Yay.
I'll wait for Skip to decide if he wants the dog bone knife or not, but I'll leave that on there. Sleeves of storage do require investment. I think everybody's pretty well set on stuff they got or need.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a +1 striking returning bola in the spacious pouch,
Oh.
as well as the 2 sister stone ingots. You could hire a smith to turn those into weapons or something if you wanted. Or like
Yeah,
weapons
those
and
we
armor.
should probably hold on to. Because maybe we can do something, you know.
At the very least, we can show them to Seldig. So this
Yeah.
is what they're up to down there.
Yeah.
All right. We'll sell off this bola. You have so much money. And that's not even counting like what's actually on your guys' individual characters.
I would
Let me do
love to
this.
spend some of that money, but we've not found any amazing new scythe upgrades
Yeah, so
yet.
like Roger, can't he upgrade to like a +2?
Well, let me do this.
The scythe is a +2 now.
Distribute that gold. Everyone got 645 gold from it
God.
Nice.
each, on top of whatever cash you already had.
I'm at 800 in coinage.
Am I now encumbered?
Oh, I gotta sell these too. Hold on.
Oh, no. Out of my like I'm encumbered at 9. I'm currently carrying 3 light, so I'm not even halfway up to 1 bulk.
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone kind of gets together. Actually, let me read teleport because does it say objects too?
Let me see here.
I'd
Doing up to
hope
4
so.
targets. Okay,
Either willing creatures
willing
or
creatures.
objects. Yeah.
Roughly the size of a creature. Okay, good. I was just saying, so that way we don't have to worry about like teleporting out and leaving Statue Safath. God.
Statues are people too.
Yeah.
Or at least this one is.
Well, I mean, he will be.
He'll get better.
Yeah. God, how do you cure petrified? I know there's a potion for it. Of stone to flesh. Divine spell. Okay. I know there's a potion for it. I can't remember what it is right this second.
Please tell me it's just like a vinegar potion or something like that.
Right. PF2 anti petrification potion. I know there's a potion for it. What? No, that's Harry Potter.
What was it? Polyjuice potion?
Mandrake.
Ah. I mean, given that everything in Harry Potter has been stolen from other points of, British folklore.
Petrify has replaced flesh to stone. Yeah. I know there's a potion for it. I can't remember what the heck it does. Or what the heck the name of it is. Okay. Well, I know another thing I could check though is city services. You're here in town. Party info. Settlement services. Spellcasting services. Stone to Flesh is a 6th rank spell.
Big oof.
Actually, it's not too bad. Finding a cleric to cast it. You teleport to the right city because Mekatar is a level 20 settlement. The cost for a 6th rank spell is 160 gold. So, ouch. But also,
But also we have it.
yeah, you guys all just got a lot.
But also, is it worth it?
That's up to you guys. I can't answer that one.
I would like to plead the fifth on that one.
Well, the Ghost of Kana says that he has proven useful on several occasions.
This is true.
This fellow Roger can attest some damage was done presently.
Uh, so 1, 2, 3, 4. It's what? If you guys split it, you're looking at like 40 gold each between 4 of you. Between him and 3 others.
I say, Roger's not there yet, is he?
Yeah, that's the thing. But it would also be out of the party loot, so let's do this. We'll do I'd say I would imagine you guys would probably take it out from like the party loot before I distributed.
Like, hypothetically, Roger would chip in his portion anyway.
Yeah.
We can say retroactively that this happened after the party conglomerated again.
32 gold each. I'll do this. I wish there was a way to do it quickly, and I don't know of one. So this could go manually from everyone. Minus 2 value remove.
Okay.
Take that off. He is no longer petrified. Yay! No longer petrified.
He got better.
So I'm also assuming that you teleported to Mekatar, but like decided to do so like let's land outside where it's a little safer and like you're not gonna like teleport into someone kind of thing. Presumably.
I guess that all depends on where we know in the city.
It's where like it's like you've been here once or twice, and like there's like a safe area kind of outside the like 10, 15 miles outside the gate kind of thing.
There's a landing pad.
Yes. Oh, I can do this too. Oh, nope. Wrong token. There we go. Boop. Yay, we're in Mekatar. Doing that, getting everything sold off, going into town, getting some healing services, dragging Savath's statue along with you.
Oh, well, so okay, but that sound is more than 1 minute long.
Yeah, that last part's kind of not up to Rodolph.
Yeah, but like everyone's there, so because you can teleport a bunch of people. Getting him taken care of. Sending word to Haldoli and starting to look out for
friend is currently sweeping.
Zeldeg.
This
right?
from here is getting perfectly down.
Yes. Reaching out to whatever staff Haldoli has in Mekatar to appraise her of our whereabouts. And letting Zeldeg know he doesn't have to make the trek back down.
Yeah, because last time you heard from Berline, she was in Eled. That was a long time ago.
Yes.
That was weeks ago. There it is. lodging. Um, is the plan to wait in Mekatar until you hear back from Seldeg? Or hey, we're done. We're gonna head back to Great Edge. We'll meet you there.
I think we wait here.
Okay.
Just so Seldig doesn't have to hunt us back down all the way back to Great Urge.
Right.
Well, yeah, let me have the force out.
Okay. Let me grab my prep notes. Oh no, my prep notes didn't. I didn't. Where'd my prep notes go?
I don't understand.
Cool. Some sounds a bit like.
Oh, I have new artwork for Roger too. While I'm pulling this stuff up.
Damn, who's that handsome undevil?
Mm-hmm.
Can we change his eyes to blue, please? It's literally the only difference.
Yeah. That was just like AI prompted. And anytime I tried to make a change, it would freak out. It says, I can't draw real people. Yeah. Okay.
Cool story. I'm not asking you to draw a real person. I'm asking you to draw death.
Also, you have 6 fingers on your left hand in that picture for some reason.
We're not questioning where I got the extra finger from.
He thought it looked cool.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
he kept... Sometimes
no
you need a
point-
spare, so you just want to slide one over instead of like reattaching one.
There is nothing in the character description or rules that says I can't modify my body.
This is true.
There is nothing that says I have to remain humanoid.
Well,
In
humanoid.
fact, you can take
but-
the, what is it, graft
Yeah.
Yeah.
surgeon or something. You can graft on all kinds of things to yourself.
They have mechanics and items, official items for like wheelchairs. And like the way there's shield boss stuff, like you can put spikes and things on your shields. You can do that for wheelchairs.
Nice.
That's really cool. You can treat
Yeah,
it like
it's
a
a nice
mount
combination.
and equipment at the same time.
So
Nice.
like, you could have those, what's it called? Those like spiked hubcaps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are a thing in the books.
Oh, that fucking chariot shit. That
Yes.
they just
Yeah.
drive 5 people.
Yeah.
I forget what they're
Like-
called as well.
Yeah. Anyway.
I want a wheelchair, a wheel chariot.
Mm.
So it'll take. So you'll get in and kind of get settled in. Now this is, like I said, this is a major metro. And like this is the capital city. It'll probably take a day, maybe 2, for Seldeg to actually get back to you. Because he was summoned away on business, and business takes priority. Official business takes priority. Not that one. There we go. I know it gives me a description of Geb in here somewhere. Back matter? Toolbox, there it is. Not Geb. Mekatar. That's what I was thinking of. Toolbox. Mekatar. Oh wow, this book takes place almost entirely in and under Mekatar. Okay. So get comfy, buddy.
I planned to.
Oh look, my noble's in a city. Oh no.
So the city of Mekatar is
Yeah. I'm fine.
it is just ridiculously huge. Like you guys are coming from Grey Dirge, which is it's a large town or a small city. It's like Kansas City, where Iled would be like the size of Chicago. And now you're getting into Mekatar, which has the economic power of like New York City or London. This entire city is not in darkness, but it's in essentially perpetual dim light. There is actually like almost like gigantic mummy wraps or like sunshades that wrap up and over the top of this city. So even like vampires are able to come out during the day because of these wraps.
I'm picturing like the shades that were over like city streets and markets in like the Middle East, or like the curtains that were up over the Colosseum in Rome.
Mm-hmm. I mean, mechanically, it'd be something like that, but yeah, it's just it's insane.
It's better than saying tent.
Yeah. There's a lot of things to keep in mind here in Mekatar. It is, like I said, metropolis level. If there is a common, because it is such a high level, you can find any common item up to level 20 in this city
Ooh.
with almost no effort. Like there's no skill checks whatsoever to find it. Affording it is another matter. So imagine you probably find somewhere to kind of bunk down for like a day or two while you're waiting for Celdeg to get back to you. And like I said, it would probably take a day or two, and he would eventually kind of get back, and there'd be he would have this look almost of I imagine annoyed confusion. You were supposed to wait for me.
We came into possession of information that necessitated our quick travel. If we could not tell you, we had to tell someone.
Has the hag been dealt with?
She is dead. She will not trouble us any longer.
That's good.
Her master, on the other hand, and he pauses for a moment, trying to figure out how to divulge this, then just says, "We have evidence implicating the first among bloodlords."
He's going to. He's going to definitely take notice of that and frownings. Chancellor Kebnebi is the one who summoned me away. Trying to throw me off the trail, no doubt. days pointless drudgery to unravel the truth. Interrogating his proxies, skulking around the dregs of Mekatar. I had my suspicions, but
Nice.
never imagined. You said you have proof.
We do. And at that point, it was correspondence between Tavia and Kanebi, wasn't it?
No, it was memory transfer. Tavia had some of his memories when she got brought back as a Vitalarana. I mean, you've got his journals from Gristahall, but none of it's really solid.
Yeah. We do not have documents. We have memories extracted from Tavia after her transformation into a Talarana by Chancellor Kanebi.
The Chancellor's the most powerful person in Geb after the Ghost King. There is no one more dangerous, either personally or politically. He's going to kind of sigh. This investigation puts you and your party at a path to peril. You can choose to be done with this business. You're not bound as I am to pursue a threat against the nation. Your place in Grey Dirge is secured. You can leave it. If not, we will need hard proof. That trail leads here. The capital and all of its intrigue. This is an important choice. I suggest you think on it. And almost before you have a chance to even respond or almost even think about it, Seldog's going to kind of cock his head as if he's almost listening to something. He's going to be getting another sending spell. Except this time you guys are going to get it too. And Roger as well.
Okay. Looks up from book.
You're hereby summoned to Mekatar for an audience with the Ghost King Geb. Arrive prior to the new moon of Erastus. Prepare for a lengthy stay.
I'll be sure to pack some snacks, Roger says to himself.
Seldog's going to kind of snort. Look to you guys. Oh. Seems you don't have much of a choice after all.
I live to serve our king.
Currently, it is the 2nd of Sereneth. Erastus is a full month away. You guys have 6 weeks.
There's how many days in a month?
The Galarian calendar basically matches real life calendar. Sereneth is roughly the equivalent of, let's see, January, February, March, April, May, June.
Okay.
So 30.
Okay.
Today's the 2nd. The next new moon is the 12th of Erastus. So you've got 40 days. You got some time. I
Like, what's-
suggest you return home. Get your affairs in order. If you're being summoned before the Ghost King, you'll be here a while.
I intended to see this matter through to its conclusion. I expected to be here a while, all the same.
That's where I put it. Yeah. That's where I put my dang notes. Ugh. I didn't put them in my usual spot. It messed me up. Yeah, he'll head out and he'll essentially cover the room for you guys for like the day or two you were here. Yeah, you got choices to make. Lots and lots of
so-
choices.
So, first order of business.
Savath is
Would be heading-
unpetrified.
hmm
Mhm.
And then head back to Grey Dirge, collect Roger, and see if there's anything we need to do back at the manor.
Before you leave
Uh,
town, do you want to pick up anything? I mean, you're going to be back here in a few weeks, but
Yeah,
Between
I'll
then and
move
now.
the statue of Zavath here.
I mean, I wanted to. I don't think. Oh yeah, Roger got the belt at the other place. I was looking at getting one of those. Was it like lifter's belt or something? The athletics one.
lifter's belt, lifting belt.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lifting belt, 80 gold.
I could do that.
All right, I'll take 80 gold from you. There you go. Got that. Let's see. It's perfect time if you want to get runes.
So you got upgraded in the desert, so I'm set on that.
A +2 potency rune is 935 gold. 93 and a half plat. I don't know if any of you guys can afford those.
Question regarding Kanebi. We would know what he is, right? Whether he's like a lich, a vampire, what have you.
Give me a society check.
Society check. Okay. Here we are.
Ooh, I might.
I'll tell you this, Nick, you do still have that boon.
And what?
Nick,
How
how much do you want to know about him, or how badly do you want to know about him? You know he's a bloodlord. You know he's he's the most powerful and one of the oldest or original. So you know he's some type of non-quick.
I think any and all information on our enemy is a good thing. So Rodolph will cash in his boon.
Okay. And also, like, clearly, Tavia kind of confirmed, like, yeah, he's probably Vatalarana, since he changed her, converted her, whatever.
Sure.
So Kemnebi's
Well,
a
that's
level,
the one here.
yeah, he's a
How's
level
a Vatalarana?
21 Vatalarana.
You remember those brain vampires?
No.
It's like a
legitimately.
vampire, but instead of blood, it drinks your memories.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Actually,
Cliff notes, yeah. If you
There you go.
actually manage to kill a Vitalarana, if they have any thralls within like a mile, they just transfer their consciousness to that thrall and take over its body.
Oh,
They're stupidly hard to kill.
thanks. I hate it.
It's almost like a mind flayer vampire.
Yeah.
So
By way of
Kemnebi
lich.
is a unique creature. The
All the
DC,
villains.
depending on how well you rolled, I was going to give you at least like some Cliff Notes information, not give you any questions, because the DC is 52.
Ugh.
He's a level 21, unique, undead, unholy vampire, Vitalarana. What do you want to know about him? Like I said, he's possibly the oldest of the Bloodlords. Thought to be one of the originals.
So we have knowledge of Vitalarana because of what we got from Tavia.
Yeah. Generally, resistant to mental, resistant to most physical damage, except for like magical cold iron, except for cold iron.
Yeah, we knew a good bit about it, like when we encountered them before in that
Mhm.
that trade post underground.
Yep.
Do they deal in blood at all? Do they still have any?
Like they still have blood; they can still bleed. But yeah, like unlike like your classic, um,
Why you
unlike your
actually
classic
just-
Dracula vampire, yeah, these guys don't deal in blood at all.
Yeah.
They generally have thought sense. They usually have some type of fast healing. They can transfer their consciousness if they die. Mental rebirth.
Is there a way between my society role and the boon that I'm cashing in, is there a way to know if Kanebi deals in anything, any kind of vice or any kind of ritual where he would give up any of his blood to make it happen? I'll tell you what this is for. I had the thought that maybe I could make use of the Portrait of Spite ritual against him.
Hmm. I would say even with asking around, like you can't find much about him. Like as far as like vices and things like that, there's you get the sense like he's been playing this game long enough. Good luck.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
Yeah,
you
that all
might,
tracks.
like you might be able to, but like everything, like he's pretty good about plugging holes in any type of like information leakage he has.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that all makes sense.
You know, he's a pretty powerful spellcaster. I mean, we're talking divine, occult, and arcane.
Yikes.
Yes. primarily he has access to divine and arcane, with like a couple of innate. The innate spells is because he's a Vitalorana, so he has tongues constantly. So he has
Sure.
access to arcane and divine magic.
Okay.
Reasonably powerful necromancer in his own right. You find that out.
So basically, we're going to have him dead to rights in order to get anywhere.
Oh yeah.
Dead to rights.
Hey.
Uh,
Heyo.
Probably not going to get any painting done.
No. Also, meta-wise, I don't think he shows up until like book 6. It's annoying.
Then in that case, I don't think Rodolph has any further business here in Megatar right now, so I think he would just focus on getting the carriage whipped up, get us back to Great Urge.
Okay. So, getting back to Grey Dirge. This is where it gets interesting. Because, it wasn't before.
Yeah, no, this has been completely
Nah.
dull. I don't know what you're on about.
Completely boring and, just like,
Yeah,
You know.
nothing of serious note has occurred.
not at all. You just do what you do, as things go. Average day. Getting back to Grey Dirge. At some point, either in Mekatar or you get back to Grey Dirge or wherever, you do meet Roger. You meet back up with Roger.
We'll say it's in Great Urge. I
Sure.
assume they also have books and libraries.
Yeah. Getting back to Grey
Just
Dirge.
sat, like they turn up into the manor and Roger is just sat there in a big chair with a book.
With a book.
Glasses on, reading glasses.
With a book and a friend.
who's also reading a book.
Serious question: is their book the correct way up?
Is Rogers?
My
Or
book?
that?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Look, I don't know what you made beyond half orc. What orc? Full orc? Half orc?
Half orc.
Half orc.
Technically Dromar, but yeah, the new half orc.
Or yeah.
Orc.
Hey guys. Oh. What did I miss?
A lot.
It seems we've missed something as well. He's just staring at this new person.
Ow.
And
Yes.
yeah, and
Just
she'll
gestures.
get up and sort of bow and say, Feldar Shadow Soul, I am a friend of Roger's. We met up again while he was doing his research and suggested perhaps I might accompany you, if that is okay with you and the other members of the party. My skills are mainly in identifying creatures and knowing the right ways to kill them.
See Rodolph just perks up it.
Yeah, and basically the book she's reading is called like How to Kill Shadow Creatures or something like that. Like it's basically because weirdly her skill is based on charisma and not wisdom or intelligence.
It's because of all that bullshittery you have to do.
Yeah, like it's all about convincing people of your bullshit, that you understand what their weaknesses are.
Really?
I-
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because some of them
Yeah.
you can read their weakness, or if they don't have one, you make one up,
Mm-hmm.
and it works.
And it works. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
like
the
she
one.
has basically a little bag, a little pouch, a not so little pouch actually, hanging off
Ew.
her armor that's got a bunch of silver charms in it of all different shapes and styles. And so she reaches into that and she says, "Ah, you have a weakness to acid, I believe." And then,
Cracked
all
black
of her,
pepper. Huh.
yeah. I mean, I
Never
think you're
weakness to
supposed
pocket
to
sand.
make one up that's
Yes.
relevant to the kind of creature it is, but whatever.
Okay.
And then you just get a +2.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Nope, not that button.
My favorite simple one that someone brought up when they were playing a Thaumaturge was they were fighting a Kelpie. You're like, wait, this is a freshwater plant-based creature, right? Yeah.
Right.
So he reached in his pocket, grabbed a handful of salt, and slapped it in the face.
Oh, that's nice.
Brilliant.
It actually picked like the table, like it didn't have to program in the esoteric runs on charisma. The table just knew it. The table looked at it and said, "Oh, it's esoteric charisma."
Yes.
Rodolph just kind of slides his eyes over to Roger. And
He's
you vouch
still
for
wearing
this one.
glasses. I mean, I've seen her put together and disassemble more creatures than most. I'm still in one piece, mostly. Very good egg. How long have we known each other now at this point?
Um, I would imagine our paths cross. Like, I imagine Feldar being sort of a roaming person. So, like, you meet up, you might do a gig together. A year later, you might meet up again, that sort of thing. But
Okay.
probably a long time. Like, I don't know, 5 years, 10 years.
I was going to say I was going to roll a d10. But yeah, 10 years is a good shout. to be
Yeah.
fair. But
Yeah.
yeah, like we've known each other 10 years on and off, busy doing different jobs.
Is she discreet?
I mean, they can disassemble bodies. They can be discreet. Yes. He asks questioningly because he's realizing he has no idea. Most of the jobs we've been on are hack and slash.
Yes. My particular skill is, well, skills. So if you need diplomacy, I can be diplomatic. If you need society, I can know society. It's really rather convenient.
Thaumaturge is such a cheesy character.
I know.
It's great.
And it's all about the tools that you pick too.
Oh, it absolutely
and
is.
then and then she sort of gestures to like a more decorated looking tome at her waist, and as she's saying, whatever skill, I can know it, because that's her implement for knowledge. And then she also has a like one of those leather wine bags, like they have in Spain, with the spout.
Water skin.
Yeah, like a water skin. And she goes, and this can help with healing. A small sip will give you some temporary boost, and a deep sip will heal you. And perhaps even do a level of restoration. All around, I think I could be quite useful to the group, and not a hindrance. Although certainly you will have to fill me in on the details of what you're working on.
Don't worry, they're going to have to do the same to me. I've been gone a few weeks. And
There is
Yeah.
the most important detail before Crowley judges. All right, as far as style goes, on a scale from like gritty murder hobo to like decked out witch hunter fancy.
I would say leaning more towards the hippie gypsy, oh, what's that fucking band? You know, Stevie Nicks, but with armor. Like,
Okay, so you look like a battle poor.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So I got decent fashion. I wouldn't say I'm totally fly, but I got some fashion.
I don't know why my first description was battle poor.
Combat hobo.
It's like, okay, a fur-lined murder hobo. Got it.
Exactly, yes.
Oh, useful is useful.
Let's be honest, you guys have kept me around long enough at this point. Like, look at me. Just gestures.
I know that I
I'm
can
also
rely on you.
conveniently hard to kill. And you notice like just all the deep scars and whatever all over her body. Like, she's gotten into some scrapes.
Well, I vouch for them as far as their skills. I've never had a bad job with them. They're arguably way more eloquent than me. They tolerate bullshit generally more better than me. All in all, good egg. Just looks to Rudolph, just thumbs up. I vouch
Oh.
for them.
All 3 thumbs.
All 3 thumbs. Not all mine.
Yeah. If there is a particular challenge you wish to set, I can be accommodating.
No. If you could be useful and discreet, then you may join us. We can use the extra muscle.
Thank you. I look forward to it.
You won't. We are
Yeah,
summoned to Mekatar for the new moon of the next month. And we have business beyond that.
Summoned by whom?
The Ghost King.
Brings up my next question.
And her eyebrows raise. And she
There's-
just sort of looks at Roger and says, I didn't realize you traveled in such lofty circles.
Oh, believe me, if I had my say, I would not be traveling in regards to the higher ups beyond our own Bloodlord. But at this point, we are tangled in a web that we don't necessarily want to be part, or at least I don't want to necessarily be part of. But
Well, if the Bloodlord calls, I suppose we must all respond.
yeah, guys, legitimately, what did I miss? Because I took my break. He says with a finger waggles. I missed stuff.
Oh, your hag is all the way dead now.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute. I need to get more. Wait, what?
And
Tavia?
Tavia is dead.
Like actually dead? Because we killed her once and that didn't take.
This took.
Okay. Are we expecting her sisters to get back up to?
I do not expect that will be the case.
Good. Awesome. Sweet. Don't have to deal with that.
All that remains is to deal with their patron.
Yeah, did you have time to work that one out? I did not work it out. I was definitely researching that.
We have worked that out.
Awesome.
And he's going to look over at Feldar That'll be divulged on a need-to-know basis.
And she'll just sort of raise an eyebrow and then nod her head. As you see fit.
Roger, playing a movie, just goes, okay, so who is it?
Rodolph
Perhaps
is
I will
gonna
take a
crook his
stroll
finger.
outside, and Feldar will get up. If there is something you feel I need to know, you can call me back in. And she'll go outside and walk around the gardens to give them time to fill Roger in.
Once Rodolph is sure that Feldar has exited the premises, he'll turn back to Roger. Our quarry is the first among bloodlords, Chancellor Knebi.
You are. Yep. I have no lungs, yet I must sigh.
Yeah, I feel like that's one of those like. It's just like you walked in. It's like, yeah, we need to assassinate the vice president.
He just pulls out a bellows, just pumps up the lungs that he's borrowing, and just deflates them.
Yeah, just reaches in and squeezes one.
Yeah. I have no voice yet, I must scream. Do we have at least got proof on this? Or is this just gut instinct?
We've seen memories of Tavia's from her transformation at Knebi's hands.
Okay.
We do not have any proof that would hold up in a court of law, so we must gather it. Seldig knows,
Okay.
and he's the only one outside of our circle that is aware.
What was his reaction? Like, you see him sneering as close to a sneer as you can get from a skull.
He did not seem surprised. It would seem that Knebi has been jerking his leash, sending him on wild goose chases.
Huh. Okay, maybe I thought wrong. Maybe. Not saying it. Maybe. So Chancellor Kenobi has been messing with him, and we've now got to find information. Do we have a lead? Like a point we can head to? Because we've got, what was it? 5 weeks? 6 weeks? Before we got to be back at the big city?
The only lead we have is within Mekatar.
Oh.
And that lead is that we know he is behind this entire plot. So, we must observe him, do some investigating, see where he's been, what he's been up to, who he's been speaking with. Anything that can connect him to the plot, we have to uncover.
Okay. Not the worst situation we've been in. We still have the issue of how do we watch, or even try to watch, a big boss like that in such a big city, where he inevitably has, for lack of a better term, counter spies who will be actively looking for us, or people like us.
Yes. You do not reach the heights that Knebi has risen to without a network.
Exactly.
Fortunately, Seldig is working in parallel, at least, with us. So we may be able to rely upon him for assistance.
I'm gonna have to start pretending to like him, aren't I?
We're going to have to stop mouthing off to him at the very least.
No promises are made, but I will attempt. Apologies for inconveniences in the future, should I fail that particular task. Has he at least been resourceful towards what we needed? Because whilst I saw him, he, disappeared off. Probably at the behest of this Chancellor, but just up and left us.
Well, it would seem that he has been busy with Drudgework and Mekatar, so at the very least he will be near at hand.
Okay. We should probably at least bring Feldar up to some level of speed on what's occurring, because we can't exactly ask someone to counter spy, counter spy the spies, without them knowing what they're doing.
Just as soon as I know that she is not placed against our best interests, the timing is particularly inconvenient.
Like I say, I vouch for her for what it's worth. Never failed me. I'd say she's pulled me out of several scrapes, but she's pulled me out bit by bit.
It is not you that I mistrust. I do not even have anything particularly personal against your acquaintance. I need to be careful.
You personally, or just gestures at the group?
Both.
Fair. Fair. I mean, either way, I'm in. You know where I stand on that. I did promise to keep an eye on you for whatever Derek, the godly being, whatever he was, wanted you for, so I kind of feel bad that I wandered off, actually, now that I think about it.
I died. It didn't take.
Amazing how Kaufman that is here, isn't it? Maybe need you to get one of these staff things that I've been doing as a backup thing. Just gestures at his scythe, which is propped up. Like you get knocked out, you can be brought back thing.
He looks it up and down very ponderously.
You remember I said if I get the axe, focus some magic on this thing, I pop back?
Suits you. Bit large for me.
We can get you a smaller one if we can get you the know-how to do it.
Yeah, effectively, it's a low budget soul gem.
Yeah. It's like any item I focus on for a length of time can become that focus, and then if I die, my soul travels to it, allowing you to revive me if I recall.
Yep.
Basically, have a phylactery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am Grim Reaper Lich.
It's a low budget phylactery. Like it won't automatically restore him into a nearby body. It won't build him a body, but if he dies, you can bring him, or like you can raise dead on him. Yeah.
I don't think I even need a
maybe
body to do it. I can just, it reconstructs my body
I can look and see.
at the cost of things.
Probably. I don't know.
I'm sure I'm supposed to know what those things are, but I suddenly can't remember.
The soulbound object becomes the special focus for raise dead, resurrect, or similar magic. Someone else can resurrect or revive you if they cast magic on this. It doesn't do it automatically.
Yeah.
When you return, you permanently lose a memory that was precious to you, in addition to any other side effects that brought you back. So you still suffer like raised dead penalties and stuff.
That's fine. We already know what the well, some of the stuff that I will be forgetting is. I need to give them names.
You can use it basically once a week.
I certainly hope you won't be dying once a week.
I don't know. The rate we've been going.
Especially since the cost of raised dead is expensive.
Yeah.
Base casting is 200 gold per character level or per target level,
Oh God.
with a cap at level 14. As you go up in character level, that cost gets higher.
Oh my God.
If you guys are level 20, it is the cost of the target's level times 1600 gold.
Okay.
Don't
Well, but hopefully by
die.
then we will have that much gold. So, you know.
Funnily enough,
Yeah.
I have no intention of dying anytime soon. We lost Nick.
That's 32,000 gold to resurrect a level 20 character. Or to raise dead on a level 20 character.
At
The,
level 20, you're pretty much rich enough that the party can buy a small town.
Yeah. I mean, you're level 20, you're generally rivaling demigods. Oh, Nick dropped out. Just a second
Yes.
while I make these notes.
Internet blip.
Mm-hmm. Make all these notes.
My back.
Yep, you're back.
You're back.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, we were just talking about the rejuvenation token, and it lets you use Raise Dead on Roger. But you don't want to do that too much because Raise Dead's stupidly expensive.
Hell yeah.
So at this
Like-
level, it would be
2,200 gold.
22. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, see, you don't want Rodolph casting that more than you need to.
It is an emergency resource.
It also takes 10 minutes to cast. So he's not doing it in combat.
Yeah.
There's no Revivify.
No, there's not, is there?
I might get Revivify. There's something that I get at a higher level. That resuscitate? What's that?
Maybe.
Yes. For a like someone who dies no more than 3 rounds ago. So
Oh, yeah, there you go.
but that's a level, what is that? 17.
Oof. Yeah,
No, 16.
still.
Yeah. It's part of the medic dedication, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Get a defib.
Yeah. It gets all left for deady real quick.
Yeah.
Left for undead.
Yeah. Left for corpse.
Just imagine for Crowley, you just kind of like wave a chunk of someone in front of his face.
After returning.
The corpse just automatically like opens its mouth, just
Like, what the?
To prick a skunk under his nose.
I think we left off. Nick, before you dropped out, you guys were discussing what to do next.
Yeah. Rodolph would have sent Argon the Annihilator to retrieve Feldar for travel plans. Maybe we tell. Is Haldoli back in Greater Jet, or is she still in the lead?
I'd say sometime during the month she'd show back up in town. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, whenever point that is, let her know that we have been summoned to an audience with the Ghost King.
Oh, she knows.
I was gonna say Crowley would immediately want to gossip and have
Yeah.
dinner.
She would immediately like chime into like if you guys showed up to like, hey, so we finished that thing with Seldag, but oh, I've heard the good news. You've been summoned, haven't you?
Yes, we have.
Come in, come in. And she's got like the usual like spread of food, and like kind of little plates for each of you, and she'll take notes. Like, I had heard you had a new person, new individual with you, Miss Shadow Soul. I haven't had a chance to find out what your specific diet is, but feel free. You know, it's always quite interesting whenever. Well, us, the other Bloodlords and I, there's a little a group sending that goes around. They have a group chat.
Of course, they
Anytime
have
so-
a group
yeah,
chat.
anytime there's a sending that goes out, it's always big news, especially before the Ghost King himself. Not many people get summoned. To be careful. Hopefully, you haven't made anyone too upset.
Can't imagine how we would have done so.
Off.
Thank you
It's
for
about-
this lovely meal, Bloodlord. You wouldn't happen to have heard through the grapevine, as it were, what the Bloodlord might want with us? I mean, certainly your group has been quite successful in their endeavors so far, so certainly they deserve any accolades he might provide. But
Oh
Well,
dear.
it is
I'm-
rather an
I-
honor
no.
and surprising, I'm given to understand. So,
Well, there's a few
You-
rumors, scuttlebutt, but that's when dealing with the king's affairs. It's best to not spread such information. Well, for my own longevity, of course. Yeah, she's not telling you.
Yeah.
no, okay.
Like-
You know, I figured, but
Crowley has no outside reason other than ego to believe it, but he's been convinced he was going to be a Bloodlord for like the past 50 years.
Yeah.
So he's just smirking and assuming. Either way, it feels good to get some recognition finally. You know I've put in the work over the years. With just this shit-eating grin.
So, there you go.
would you have any advice for us in meeting with the king?
Well,
Any hints as to appropriate behavior.
Obviously, be polite. Mind
Well,
your manners, mind your tongue, lest it be removed. Usually along with your head. He is not one for levity.
Rodolph is just side-eyeing Roger a lot.
Thank you.
Sorry, what's that, guys?
And you'll notice that Feldar is a little bit too. Not nearly as obviously, but she's like, okay.
Just follow my lead when we
Eat
meet
it.
him.
Rufus.
There have been a great many parades in the last year or so. Just be sure to arrive early. The streets have become almost congested with them. It makes traveling very difficult in the city.
What has been the nature of these celebrations?
Mostly showing patronage and fealty to the Ghost King himself. The more extravagant, the higher the quality the parade, the thinking goes, the clearly more worthy the individual is of his attention.
So these
Hmm.
events have not been orchestrated by the Ghost King himself, but in honor of him by other parties.
Oh, yes. It's become not a ritual, but I'm trying to think what the other word is. Dang it. A thing you always do over like
Tradition?
tradition. Yes. It's almost become a tradition.
Good to know.
Yeah. Otherwise, like, if there's no other questions for it, I mean, she'd have general conversation with you, kind of get caught up on what all you guys have been doing. She's been traveling around doing bloodlordy stuff, making sure food deliveries are all on time, repairing damages. Not that you guys did, but that the coven did.
Yeah,
Making sure
Rodolph
any
would
tech get are set.
Rodolph would talk about the coven and its ultimate fate, but would not divulge uh what they've learned about their patron.
Right.
Hey, Travis.
Um, yeah, and she kind of saw the aftermath of that, and I think the last time you guys stopped for her, or at least talked to her, she was understanding that. Oh, she did hear about Thornhearth. Apparently, it's actually set up as like it's a smaller kind of stop and go town, but like, the Carter's Consortium is kind of settled in. I think it was Carter's. One of the major guilds have actually settled up in there and have a little bit of a shop going on. Which one was it? Let me see. I noted it.
That
Yeah,
was the
Carter's.
place with the
The Vampire Lord.
vampire Tavia killed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a basic little simple trading town. It's a good little halfway stop through the Axonwood.
So, is there anything we need to do to prepare for this meeting in terms of resources to make available for ourselves or research that we need to do? I mean, certainly we weren't given any specifics in the King's message, but
Well, I would suggest you find good lodging. Make sure you're dressed properly. You'll be judged essentially as soon as you enter the city. Even before you meet the king, his eyes are around.
thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah. And again, if there's nothing else, you guys have a few weeks of essentially downtime to, if you want to retrain, you can.
Well, I just trained, so I don't need to retrain.
Yeah. But everyone
Hopefully.
else, like if there's feats you want
Yes.
to swap out, like you got 6 weeks of downtime to do it. There's also a new button on your character sheet from a new mod. This is mostly going to be for Filda, Roger, and Rodolph. On the left side in your red banner, there's a little coffee cup looking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Daily preparations. So, Rodolph, you have a feat for root magic that lets you give a special thing, or like a special bonus to one person's skill check once a day. We haven't really messed with it at all because I feel like it probably just got forgotten all the time.
Yep.
It's there. It still doesn't show anything, but at least shows it in the prep. Prepared spellcasters, because when you go to prepare a staff, it automatically it automatically gives a number of charges equal to your maximum spell rank. Prepared casters can actually burn an extra spell slot to increase it by that number of charges. So, like right now, you're going to get 6 charges anyway if you don't expend anything. If you were to expend a 6th rank spell, you could make that 12 charges, or do like a 4th rank or a 1st rank and get 1 or 2 or 4 or however many more on there. That's what the expend 1 means.
Okay.
And it also like lets you see what you have set for familiar abilities, and you can change those because you can prepare those daily. And so
Very
long as you
handy.
guys are in the city, I will assume you are preparing rations. So there's a button on there so you can have consume rations finally.
Oh my, I
Which-
missed that. Okay.
Yeah, it's on there now. You don't have to worry about it
Okay.
yet because you guys are still in a city, so or in a controlled
Yeah,
environment.
I don't know if this is just the 2 different mods, but I also have a tome thing in my actions tab
Mhm.
that says implements empowerment that gives me the choice of all of the skills.
Yep.
But the one that was in the daily preparation was a shorter list of skills.
Because the one in the daily prep looks at the skills you already have trained and only shows those.
Okay.
Minus whatever you had before. So like if you don't want to change them, I think you can like set it to blank.
Yeah. I think though that I might have messed that up.
And if
By-
we do mess it up, you can just go right into the character sheet and just change it there on like your actions tab.
Okay, yeah, because I think I applied the one that was in the character sheet, the on the actions tab.
Mhm.
and that stayed even after I did the daily preparations. So now I've doubled up.
Fixed it.
So I'll fix that. I'll go back and fix it.
Yeah, the ones on the Access tab just make it easy so you can go in there and look at it. Actually, I might be able to do.
I'm sorry, what? The ones on the Actions tab, what?
If you do hit the wrong ones in the prep, you can do it right in the Actions tab. Also, let me see.
Okay.
Why is it doing that? Let me do this. Hold on. Second adept. Tome. There we go.
Yeah, because the ones that I want to be trained in are let's see, uh, diplomacy and performance. But yeah.
Yeah, if it freaks out or whatever, we'll just.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, if it freaks out on the macro, just go to the Actions tab and change it there, or change it back.
Okay.
The daily prep thing is mostly because the old staves module that automatically did all that stuff is dead. It doesn't work anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to
well.
find some way to be able to have Rodolph's staff get charged without me having to go in and manually add every spell and do all this other crazy stuff. That does mean if you go to prepare your staff, Rodolph, if you go to your spells tab, you've got a new thing. You've got known spells, rituals, and activations. Activations is your charged staff. And it won't show up in there until you actually prep. And Roger has combat flexibility, so he can actually change out he can change out 1 feat when he does his daily prep.
Which I'm quite happy with the current setup, but
yeah. But that also gives you a chance, like, if you decide to tomorrow, you can flip through and look at it and say, hey, look at that. I got it. Okay. Like, if you want to be able to jump faster, there's sudden leap. Or positioning assault. Whenever you hit, you reposition the target 5 feet. Just hit, not even a crit. Because I know you like shoving.
I do like shoving.
Definitely fits with the scythe, hooking people around and just yoinking them every time.
Exactly.
Blind fight, you're almost immune to being off guard or flanked. Yeah, there's a bunch of little things like that. Ooh, what's pain tolerance? You're not from Alcastar or the Mana Waste, so meh. Disarming stance. +1/+2 to disarms. Oh, but you have to have a one-hand melee. You don't do that. That's not for you. There's a bunch in there. Yeah, it's anything from like 8 or below. Yeah. Accept. Boop. Where does it put it? Oh, there it is. That's cool. And it actually puts it in under combat flexibility. Very cool. And then it doesn't do really anything different for Savath and Crowley. Sorry, guys.
Okay, I just realized what Crowley's downtime activity would be.
What's that?
Might need to make an early trip to Mekator to place some orders. Because Haldolia mentioned dress for the occasion, and then he just kind of looks around at the group like, oh, So they're gonna
I
have to
was
get some
actually going to go
measurements.
to him for advice.
They're gonna have to get some measurements taken, and he might head to Mekatar early because he's been around for fucking ever. He is old, so he probably knows some tailors in Mekator. He could probably put some orders in so that when they do arrive, they'll have 2 outfits ready.
Do you want fine or high fashion fine?
Oh, how much is high fashion?
55.
Okay, yeah, it's definitely that.
Regular
So-
fine is suitable for noble or royals. Expensive fabric materials, precious, intricate patterns is 2 gold. High fashion nobles or high fashion fine is very similar. Fine clothing suitable for nobles and royals. You get a +1 item bonus to make an impression on nobility and other upper class folk while wearing high fashion.
Yeah, so he's going to he might as well get some new clothes for himself too. It's been a while since he got a new suit. I imagine he would just that would be how he spends money since he doesn't have to deal with like armor or anything. He's just going to make a trip out there and talk to some people, put in some orders, once he gets the numbers ready. I'm sure he wouldn't even really consult with the group, he'd just assume he knows better than them. And just kind of go, okay, let's get you measured up. Fit is at a tailor here, get the numbers. Okay, I'll be back. And just like, don't worry, it'll be better than what you have.
There's also a new tab on the party sheet that you guys may have seen or noticed already. Subsystems. You can see your current reputation with the various major guilds.
Ah, sweet. We're not hated by anyone.
Yay!
Give Roger 10 minutes to run his mouth. We can change that.
Made up with the tax collectors after yoinking that bank from them.
Yeah.
Going into Mekatar, you guys will be able to. It's like a super background subsystem where like you can make requests of the various guilds and get equipment and bonuses and stuff like that. Like they
I'm
spent
assuming.
if you have the reputation for it.
I was gonna say, who do we have reputation with? Because
Builders League.
Sorry, I've been helping with the
Yeah.
dog. The dog needed meds.
You're
with
liked
pretty
by
much
everyone. The Builders League. You're actually admired by the Builders League.
Ooh.
Because you'll be able to start making machinations. Like you can hire NPC hirelings. You can just cash it in and get some gold. There's a bunch of things you can do with it.
Sweet.
That's neat.
Mhm.
We got grunts.
You can
Yeah,
use it to
right.
like increase your personal celebrity. Get ready for an invasion. Weird. Okay.
To be fair, increasing our personal celebrity might not be a bad idea given what we're about to do.
Mm-hmm. I think Crowley's all for that.
Roger's not, but needs must.
Yeah, basically,
so-
it's an extra downtime activity. And this book, you're going to be in Mekatar for a while.
Sweet. Out of interest, are there, say, big libraries in Mekatar?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
lots of libraries.
I think we know what Roger's downtime job is going to be.
Oh yeah, the central city of a large empire run by an immortal that's focused on magic. They
Mhm.
got books.
especially divine and necromancy.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I think fucking Crowley's gonna be spending 275 gold to buy everyone new clothes.
Okay, so let's see here.
Can the Bloodlord recommend like where we should stay? Do we have a place to stay? Like,
Give Roger 10 minutes to run his mouth. We'll have a cell.
There was a
A
place
nice
that we
comfy
stayed
cell?
where we
Yeah.
met with Seldig.
Yeah, and he covered your tab for like that first night or two that you were there. There's a few places you could probably find somewhere to stay. Depends on like the quality of lodging you want.
Well, didn't she say we wanted something on the nicer side?
I mean, you're looking all the way from like 3 copper for just a space on the floor, up to like 10 gold per night for an extravagant suite.
On the plus
What
side, we
would,
don't
like-
need as many beds.
Like 1 gold a night get us? Like, would that be respectable middle class?
Well, also like the 10 gold a night is an extravagant suite for 6, so that's 10 gold.
Oh,
total,
okay.
not 10 gold each.
Okay.
I'll do this. Show players. Should be able to see
Anyone,
this.
yeah, if anyone to try to like save up money and go for something lower, you just see Crowley pull out his money
What?
and be like, no, no.
Yeah, if you go down to lodging, you can see that. Transportation isn't a huge deal for you guys because you've got the Mystic Carriage, which does the bulk of the work for you.
Yeah, and I have the horse now too.
Oh yeah. That'd be the other thing too. Like you guys get the Mystic Carriage all set, and then Feldspar just rides along next to you. It's like,
Yeah, I just reach into my bag and pull out a pile of bones and throw them onto the ground, and they assemble themselves into a horse.
Imagine just like you're just taking like a backpack and just dumping it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was thinking you pour out a horse.
Yeah.
I like that it's like an extravagant room for 6. It's like we need 4 beds at most.
5.
Why would we need a 5th?
You have sure, yeah. You have one person that's just
We
You have a
we
party
have
of
me.
5. Yes.
Yeah, but I can be propped up in a corner. We only need 4 beds.
I was gonna say Bender could just stand in the closet.
Exactly. If you really want, you can put a stick or a broom behind me and pretend I'm an anatomical example of a
let's see.
six-fingered creature.
How much clothing are you buying, Crowley?
Oh, one for each. So it's 55 each.
Yeah. High fashion
Yeah, so
fine?
that'd be 2. Yes, so that'd be 275.
Is functional armor not considered high fashion?
No.
Yeah, Crowley would actually look at you and say it pretty much just like that. Just no.
For a group that don't like getting stabbed.
There's
You'd
also
think.
a quick, easy way to, if you want to transfer equipment between each other. On your character sheets, on your inventory, there's now a button right below the coinage or sell all treasures. That looks like a little character card.
Mhm.
You click that and it'll open up a little drop down.
Wait, where is it?
Go to your character sheet.
Oh, I
yeah.
see. Yes, I see it. Okay. Yeah, so I think 2 private rooms. Is that what we're saying? 3 private rooms?
I mean, we would only need the 2. probably runs the cheapest while still being nice, because how many people can afford private rooms every day?
Yeah,
Unless we want to
somehow
go
I
for the extravagant.
suspect that Rodolph wants his own room. I'm just guessing.
Hal Doley will also, like, before you guys leave town, also kind of let you guys know. It's like, hey, if you get lodging in town, don't pay for too long. She'll give you that clue. Don't pay for too long. Make it look good, but you only need to pay for like a night or two.
Okay.
Don't get sucked into a week's worth of commitment, is what you're saying.
Okay, so then let's get a suite. It's
prob-
just simpler that way.
Yep.
We can always pay by the night.
Yeah. And Feldar, as a thank you, will pay for the first night herself.
All right. Any retraining you guys want to do?
Nope.
Nope.
Roger's just happy to have a sparring partner again.
All right. This. Dawn. Why is Crowley? Are you set to private roles? Why is yours showing up?
Am I? Well, let me.
I don't think.
Oop.
No, it's something weird on my end. Probably. For whatever reason.
Oh, look, with the new clothes, I'm at half a bulk.
Out of
Please.
interest, did you get Roger clothes that he can wear over his armor?
Say it was.
Just imagining you got like a plastic trash bag to like cover the meaty bit so it doesn't stick to the clothes, and then regular clothes over that.
Roger fully accepts that that's not acceptable in certain society and will have a bath. He'll feel naked, but he'll do it.
I'll say make an impression is, I think, a diplomacy check.
I think that puts me at a plus 19. Actually, I get a special noble thing, don't I?
Oh lordy.
That'll put Roger at
My
that will
diplomacy is
double
plus
Roger's
21.
proficiency to 2.
Oh,
Increases. What is it? Oh yeah, I get a plus 1. Let's see, from circumstance bonus for making oppression with yeah, make an impression on a noble. So it's plus 1. So I get a plus 20 on make an impression with nobles with the clothes and my background.
Nice. Nice.
I will go ahead and establish that Rudolph is paying for his own room, and he is getting his own set of fine clothes. Basically, like what the Builders League wear to high functions.
Okay. I'll give Crowley back 55 gold. We'll
Oh,
take
you're not
55.
staying in the suite?
No, you had it right. He wants his own room.
Yeah, see, I knew. I knew.
What level room are you getting?
The level of where'd it go? The level of private room.
Okay.
So I went ahead and took out the 8 silver.
Okay. I got the 55 gold then.
Yeah, and I've also removed the 2 gold for the fine clothes.
Oh, you got regular fine clothes, not high fashion fine.
Yes. He wants to send the message that he is Builders League through and through, which is we get the job done. We don't need to be flashy about doing it. We are efficient and we can be relied upon.
Crowley understands the ideas, but just cringes internally.
No, that's why I was asking. Are you just getting regular fine and not high fashion fine? Because high fashion gives them.
Yes.
So okay. So we'll swap that.
Did I get an
Alright.
answer of is the high fashion fine able to go over the armor?
Yes.
Like, can it be a very fancy gambeson?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Well, you've also got hide armor too. Or like you've got weird hide armor, ghoul hide, which
Yeah, don't I have like really fancy armor? Onslaught hide.
yeah, that's what it is. Onslaught hide.
Oh, did not mean to click it
It's decorated the horns of many slain beasts.
I feel like that tracks. I'm still wearing body parts whilst it being cleanly.
Well, I mean, it also fits with the decor of Geb and Mekatar. Like it's been long established that a lot of the cities have like a very bony architecture to them.
Sorry. Are you implying that we have gone to Bone Town?
Yes. Downtown.
Fucking worth it.
Instead of Bloodlord, would he be a Bone Lord?
He would.
I was going to say, I can't be a Bloodlord, can I? 'Cause I'm technically a thrall.
No, you're not.
I
Thrall's a
thought I was
thing.
an underling.
You're an underling.
Underling, you mean? Yeah.
Not a thrall. Thrall's a specific thing. You are not a thrall.
You know what I meant, though.
Yeah.
Minion.
But no, even then, like even outside of like game mechanics, no, especially you're dealing with vampires. Thralls are a very specific thing.
That's fair. Yeah, can I become a Bloodlord given that I am skeleton?
Oh yeah,
Or is there a different title for it?
it's still bloodlord.
Okay.
You don't have to have
Yeah, you
blood
don't
to be
need
a
blood.
bloodlord.
It's his title.
I feel like blood
It's
should
like-
be kind of integral to that, one way or the other. Either
like
of the giving
CEO.
or having or the taking. Fuck that.
So
I can barely manage myself, let alone a company.
I mentioned it before. The city of Mektar is both the capital city and the largest city in Geb. When you get here, you can rest, recover, resupply. You get plenty of time to get here, so it's not a huge rush. Did I pause it? Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's see. Does it give me a description of the city? Not really. That's unfortunate.
Wait, really?
No, of all the things, it does. It gives me like the title or the it gives me the info block, but it doesn't give me like an actual like blurb.
You'd think it would,
Yeah.
given that, you know, we're spending a lot of time here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, there's a section called Thanatomos.
Uh-huh.
Like, I feel like there should be, like, for lack of a better term, Philatides going, like, welcome to the city of thieves, and then, like, going through all the things like he does in Hercules.
So the actual city, like I said, it's 42,000, primarily undead. There's about a third of the city still quick.
We need to feed somehow.
Well, I mean, they're also a lot of the staff, a lot of the day to day. Most of the party is undead, so you're fine. Yeah. People to watch out for: Geb, the actual king. Kemnebi,
Just publicity.
Renella Breno, leader of the Church of Ergothoa, local church, and the Harbor Master. Vanetta, definitely not supposed to be xenophobic. Varnetta Xenopha.
Oh God. I love the favorite food thing. Living beings who don't have the protection of the powerful bloodlords are held in low regard and risk of simply being devoured. While hostile citizens in other nations might simply wish you ill, in Mekator they're reasonably likely to try to eat you.
Yeah. Don't piss off the undead. You do still have a couple. Technically, you do still have 2 quick in your party.
I was gonna say the Prowley is part of the reason for that warning.
Yeah.
What the hell is a child of Urgathoa that is both class and species?
Oh,
I'm looking at the description for
yeah.
Renella, and like I see male human ghost necromancer, I see male vampire necromancer, I see female child of Urgathoa.
That's generally
What
because
the
it's a
hell is
mob.
that?
Child of Urgathoa is an NPC. It's a specific monster.
Fair.
That's more information from me. A Child of Urgathoa is like normally it's a level 8 creature. Fairly rare. Only the most fanatic followers of Urgathoa, the goddess of disease, gluttony, can ever become the child of Urgathoa. They are blessed undead and can't be created by any except Urgathoa herself.
The nerdlings.
They
are nerdlings.
They're also large size, rare, undead, unholy.
They're great and clean ones.
I looked at the image they used for the base Child of Urgatho, and that's pretty cool.
Pallid touch. They use a scythe.
Oh, it's a girlfriend for Roger.
I was just thinking, there's one major problem. Plague. I mean, arguably immune to it, but probably not a good idea to test. I'm waiting for the day that Travis makes the argument that technically calcium is a metal and therefore rust monsters will dissolve Roger. Not looking forward to that day, but I'm expecting it.
Oh, there she is. Renella. Renella Brennan. That's Renella.
Yeah, so
What the fuck?
Ooh.
that one is less visually appealing.
That is the child of the Church of Urgathoa. That is the child of the Church of Urgathoa, and the leader of that church.
Also, that's where my spine went.
I was going to say, nice spine staff.
That's my first one. I wondered where I left that.
That's
Okay,
where
I just
put it.
realized the part holding up the stuff on the top is actually 2 hands bound together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Roger's original body is lying out there somewhere, so, you know. The one he's currently rocking around with ain't his original.
And like I said, she's large, so don't piss her off.
Right. So that's my Pope.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Oh, are you Urgathoa too?
It's the goddess of undeath and gluttony.
Oh, right. True, true.
But yeah, that makes sense.
That is like high tier ghoul shit.
Oh, is Feldar a worshipper of Urgathoa?
Feldar?
Or
No.
no. Okay.
Kana wasn't she?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
No, she had
No,
what was his name?
There was another one. I
The
forget.
demon the devil who made his own hell. He like basically
blackjack and
bullshitted
hookers.
until he got a kingdom.
Barbatos.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Barbados.
Barbatos. Okay. So you kind of get in, get settled. You're here in the major city. Assuming you got here at least the night before. Anything you want to gear up with while you're here? We got armor, or we got fine clothing. Gear you guys want to get?
There probably should be, but I can't think of anything.
I also am lacking in that.
Let's take a look.
I can't think of anything I want to get,
Mhm.
but if there's stuff that Roger wants to get, then Rodolph will have plenty up for that.
To be fair, I like my armor, I like my scythe. Those are my primary things. I don't think there is anything I can currently improve on the scythe.
Um,
So I
armor
don't know, I think I've
potency.
got this.
A +2 armor potency. You have a +1 on it right now.
Alright.
Is 1060.
We'll be right back.
That's a lot
But
of money for everyone.
but it's got the +1 already built into it, so you're looking at 900 gold for a +2 armor to pump your armor up on.
Christ.
Uh-huh.
Also, I've just seen how much my scythe is worth.
Uh-huh. A +2 weapon potency. Again, you're looking at 900 gold. Striking. I don't think you can get a greater striking until 12. You got a little bit yet.
That's fine.
This is perfect spot if you want to get spell wands or staves or just spells, period. You're not going to get a 6th rank wand because that's 3,000 gold. But a 4th rank wand, 700.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh.
Ooh, there we go. For Rodolph, because you don't have dark vision yet. A 5th rank dark vision wand is 150 platinum, 1,500 gold. And a 5th rank dark vision, spells ranges touch, targets one willing creature. The duration is basically until the next time you make daily prep. Cheaper wands. Tailwind. 1st rank spell. 60
I was
gold.
going to say Tailwind is good. Haste, also good.
A 2nd rank Tailwind is 160 gold, and it gives you +10 speed for 8 hours.
Especially with all like the 2-action stuff Roger has, haste is definitely good on him.
Buying haste, arcane, occult, primal. What else do we got? Let me see. I know I've got some pre-gen shops. Anything interesting in here? Apparel. There's a lot.
Is the wand only once per? Sorry, the wand of dark vision, is that only one creature once per day?
Yeah. Wands are one
Okay.
casting per day.
Yeah, because I don't have dark vision either. Are there? I didn't think to look at this. Are there like goggles of dark vision or something?
There's something similar. Let me see.
I have the Obsidian goggles, which gives me dark vision for an hour.
Oh, that's right. There
Oh yeah.
are.
So
Let me see. Not these. Those are weird. Stalk goggles, like the wearer's
Those are
eyes
goofy,
transform
though,
into like
aren't they?
snail eye stalks. It gives you surrounding
No,
sight.
thank you.
You can't be flanked.
Yeah. No, I think I
Obsidian
was thinking of
goggles.
the obsidian ones.
Yeah, those are 150 gold. That's not much. I'm looking to see if
I'll take
there's
those.
there are bigger ones. There's a greater obsidian dark goggles. What's this do?
How much are those?
So regular obsidian goggles, level 5, you can use it once per day. Greater obsidian goggles are level 11. You gain dark vision. You gain dark vision until you remove them, or until you choose to turn it off. Any number of times per day. You get a +2 item bonus to perception checks involving sight. They're level 11, so you're looking at 1,250 gold.
Yeah, I don't have enough for that. So I'll take the regular ones for now.
Regular ones are 150.
Cool.
Oh, it didn't give them to you. Hold on.
Thank you.
Minus. $150. Yeah, the greater ones are really nice. They're really expensive.
Yeah.
What else do we got? Let's see. What are those?
Do they have to be invested? Yeah.
Yep. There you go.
Okay.
What are clockwork goggles?
Yep, I'm 8 of 10 now.
Clockwork goggles.
I thought you said clockwork gods then. I was like, can I play a tech priest?
Clockwork goggles are
Okay.
interesting. So a major set is a level 8 item for 80 gold.
Oof.
When activated, clockwork mechanism on goggles rapidly switch, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to say these are probably a little tougher to get, so the base price is 80, so they're probably going to be 120 gold. For 10 minutes, you gain low light vision, dark vision, and see invisibility.
Ooh.
That's why. Guns and gears. Yeah. I'm going to say for their list is uncommon. Here, they're probably rare because you're outside of the guns and gear setting. You can find them, but it's 120 gold. Which still is cheap. But the duration's much lower. What else we got? I think everybody pretty much has shoes on.
I do? Holy shit, I've got boots.
Oh yeah, you got boots of bounding. That increases your move speed.
Oh, thank fuck for that.
It's hard to increase move speed in this game.
I really don't like being slow. That much D&D has taught me. I don't like it. I want to be a skeletal Sonic. I want to go fast.
Gotta find somebody to give you tailwind. That
Yeah.
plus 10 is huge.
Yeah.
You're gonna be really pissed when you see Crowley move around.
I know Crowley can zip around.
He rages. He has a
However,
70-foot move speed.
Oh,
he rages,
yeah.
he can throw me.
Not only that, I have now a 70-foot swim and climb speed.
Yeah.
While raging.
Did you keep the throw teammate ability?
Oh, I
Or
don't
did
think
you take it in the end?
I don't think I grabbed that one.
That's fair.
Boots of
remember it
bounding
being
are a
a thing.
solid choice, though.
Like,
Yeah,
like
I
I'm not
seriously
unhappy.
Yeah, I seriously considered going scroll thaumaturge just to be able to generate scrolls of tailwind and haste.
I'm trying to see if there's anything else that really jumps out.
Having free haste would be cool.
Yeah.
At some point, I will have an actual read through the PHB and see, or whatever it's called, the player's core book. Because I got that for Christmas. And
you?
actually,
Nice.
like, see what
Player
Yeah,
core 1 or player core 2? Because
core 1.
core 1? Okay.
I put both core 1 and core 2 on my Christmas list. I got core 1, so I will get myself core 2 at some point.
Rolled off. You've got the zombie staff. I think there's a bigger version of that. Maybe not. I guess not.
Yeah, zombie stuff is already a level 10 item, so
Is it? Why is it level?
I think that's what I
10?
saw.
Yeah, on your sheet it says 10. I'm looking over here. It says it's level 7. Did I give it something?
Do we have a special version?
Oh,
don't
it's
know.
because it's got potency runes on it. It's got a +2 potency and a striking rune. Why do you have a +2 potency on your zombie staff?
I have no idea.
I remember a what's her name from the
That's
Rhino.
right. Yeah.
She geared all our she upgraded all our weapons. And before we, led her into a trap and waited for her to die and finished her off.
There is a bigger version. There's a greater version of that staff. So like right now you got Summon Undead, Necromancer Generosity, Final Sacrifice. There's one that adds 2 more ranks to that. So you got Bind Undead, and Veneration and Final Sacrifice. It's a bigger one. I'll show you.
Innervation is cool.
There you go. Look at that on your sheet.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, we'll
Yeah,
do
these
this
seem
too.
fun.
Hold on. I'll do this too. I don't imagine you're gonna strike anyone with your staff.
No, probably not.
So we'll say that you transferred your +2 to Rogers. No, Rogers already got +2 on the scythe.
Yeah, the scythe's good.
I take that back. I won't do that. Didn't somebody have a +1 on their thingy?
Roger had a +1 vitalizing sword or whatever it was, but
Oh yeah, sold that.
we're leaving that behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, we left that in a sealed vault back at
Yeah.
Color House.
Yeah.
We left it very specifically in the hand of Argoon the Annihilator.
Was it Crowley's? Did your hand traps? What are your hand traps at? Hand traps are at +2. Okay. I thought somebody had a +1 on their major. I don't know.
It wasn't Savath, was it?
No. He pretty much sticks to his throwing star or his throwing knife. He's got a +1 on his rapier, but he never really uses that.
I was gonna say, is he still using the boomerang throwing star knife?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like it's a good bit
Ooh,
of gear.
actually-
Not criticizing.
He's got returning. That actually gives me a good idea. Let's see. Is it shocking? Shock. D6 electricity. Up to 2. Ooh, okay. We got shock. Flaming. I think it's flaming, right? Flaming. Frost. Is there what? There's not one that does off guard. Grievous. Grievous. That's the one. So the star knife is, I'm pretty sure it's a knife. I would make sense. What group is it? I'm pretty sure it's knife group. Knife group. Okay. -5 to speed, persistent bleed. Nah. The Grievous rune is good for just about anyone with striking. Any upfront person. It'll give bonuses on whatever your
Am I able to apply anything else? I
Let me
still
see.
haven't quite got my head around the rules on how upgrading weapons goes.
You have striking, wounding, ghost touch. You have wounding and ghost touch. Basically, whatever plus you have, you can add that many properties to it.
Okay. Can you increase the plus at any point?
As you get access to higher stuff, yes.
That was the clarification, because I was like, I don't want to put a load of stuff and put a load of effort into this weapon if at some point in the
Uh-huh.
near future I may need to upgrade.
You
Or
Uh,
swap
you
out
could.
for something else.
You could swap to a +3 instead of a +2 rune because
and it gives you an
the
extra.
+1, 2, those are runes too.
You,
Okay, so the +2 rune is what gives me the number of weapon slots.
yes.
Or rune slots. Cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Uh,
can
And
upgrade
also
the number of slots I
increases
get.
your to hit.
Yeah.
the big thing
Yeah.
is you can look for different, like if you want your weapon to do different things. Like right now, you've got ghost touch. You can hit ghosts for full damage. You've got wounding.
Yeah.
So if you hit something that can bleed, it'll bleed. There's things like Grievous. If you take Grievous, when you roll a critical hit with this weapon, it gains critical specialization. You already, with your scythe, when you critically hit somebody, you can push them. You
Yeah.
can push them, I think, 5 feet. With Grievous, you can push them 10 feet. Doesn't sound like a lot,
Ooh.
but it's double the
No, that's a
distance
lot.
of movement.
That
If you put that
is-
on hand wraps, when you critically hit with hand wraps, it's what is it? A save to stun, I think, or slow. With
Thank-
Grievous, they have a -4
Slow.
penalty to that save. Basically, it
Okay.
takes whatever critical specialization you had and it makes it better.
Okay.
There's also like flaming, frost, shocking, if you want to add just a different type of elemental damage. That's what I was looking at for Savath. He already has his throwing, his returning star knife. Would he want? I'm thinking he'd probably want shocking. I'm thinking he'll want a shock rune.
Ooh.
Yeah, it seems like we've run into a lot of stuff that's resistant to fire and frost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there runes to
Also
increase
not
one's
much that
health?
bleeds.
Take that. Specifically the add to health, I don't think so.
Damn. Or improve armor?
That would be the armor potency. Armor potency for you guys right now is still really expensive. Armor potency, a
was gonna
+2 armor potency rune is 900 gold. And
What about the +1?
you already have a +1 built into your onslaught.
Can
If
it
you open
be-
up the description on your onslaught, you click on the little name, not on the icon. It tells you it's already a +1 resilient, which gives you a +1 to AC and a +1 to all saves.
I wasn't looking at that. I've got clawed braces. Could I improve the clawed braces?
No, those
Oh.
can't take runes. It's specifically armor and weapons. Clawed bracers they're not considered part of your armor.
Which is weird, because they're both armor and a weapon.
Yeah. You could swap
No,
those
I'll flip
to
it away.
bracers of missile deflection. As a reaction, every 10 minutes you can you get a +2 against ranged attacks.
It's rare that a range attack is hitting me.
True. But things like that have picked up lately.
Yeah. I'm just literally looking for any little
gauntlets?
way I can improve my armor. I don't want to die.
What do we got for better gauntlets?
Oh.
Rending gauntlets? What are those? Oh, those are more for these are good for Crowley.
I was
Rending
gonna say, they
gauntlets.
sound like
Lesser. One action to activate. Shredding finisher. once per hour. You hit the same creature with 2 unarmed strikes in the same round. The gauntlet spikes dig into the creatures just before you tear them free, dealing 2d6 piercing damage. There is a moderate one, but those are level 12, and it's 4d6 once per hour. Helm? Any interesting helms?
Yeah, I couldn't find. I was looking for helmets, and there weren't a whole lot.
There's a lot of Charms of Resistance if you want to get resist 5 to a type of energy damage. Acid, cold, electric, fire, sonic. It's 245 gold. Not terribly expensive, pretty common. You haven't dealt with a lot of those yet, but something to think about later. Okay. Ooh, energy resist rune. Put it on some armor. Same effect as the charm. Plus 2 acid resist greater fire gives you acid resist 5 greater fire. Okay. Huh. Yeah, there's some cool stuff there. Path Builder makes it a lot easier to look at a lot of that stuff because there's actually a tab for Warn, and then you can go straight down to levels. The only other thing, yeah, I can't think of anything else. Frost, okay. Okay, so that's all figured out. Finally, we'll get you guys over to let's see. So you get settled here in town and asking around, like, okay, you know you're told to. It wouldn't take very much. Like, hey, where do we meet the Ghost King? And the first couple people you ask would probably just look at you and laugh, and they would point to the giant pyramid in the center of the city. The Cinerarium. That's where he basically meets everyone. Right? That's the king's city, or the king's castle, essentially. And
He really does love the Osirian look, doesn't he?
oh yeah. So getting in, like there's this larger petitioners hall. Let me get my book. Very few people are ever even able to earn the right to speak to Geb personally. Generally, like even asking around, it's usually like, there's like people are usually sent to like the smaller administrative offices. There's a lot of there's a lot of emissaries and secretaries that handle essentially like the day to day and most things. So, like I said, it's like meeting the president. You know, just like walk in. It's like, hey, can I meet him Thursday? No. When you guys first walk in, even getting into the building, like there's originally the guards will kind of stop you, and they'll give you a good pat down, like run you through security and everything else. And every so often, like they'll get to like a couple of you, like, what the heck is this? And you have to kind of explain it. And they'll get the feldspar and like they're digging through your bag of trinkets. Like, no, 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 okay, no. And you guys did say specifically that you made sure to lock up that vitalizing rune.
Yes, I left it away.
Mhm.
I'm a good boy.
uh, and eventually you'll be able to make it through security, essentially. Inside of the Cinerarium, this place is packed. Like, there's just this crowd of people that are trying to get in to see someone. There's all kinds of like there's people just like looking for essentially like legal recourse. The shopkeep down the street ate my servant. What the hell? I deserve recompense. And there's some of that. Some of it's just trying to curry favor. And as you stand here, you start to realize like there's not much of a line. So if you want to get anywhere, you're gonna have to present yourselves. Yeah. You would take notice, like there does seem to be a lady. There seems to be a lady kind of up near the front that is largely dismissing people. Okay. Yes. Uh-huh. Go away. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let me see. I have a picture of her.
Can we pull the move that is my favorite move in airports, which is to simply walk past the line as if you have a reason to, right up to the person?
Oh yeah.
Like, we're fancy dressed. We
This
don't need to
hurts
wait
my
for the
British
peon.
sensibilities.
The fact that there's no line whatsoever.
No. The fact that we're ignoring any cue that might be there.
Yeah,
No.
Nope.
Oh yeah, that's the thing though. Like if you stop and like you look for a second, you start to realize like there is no line. It is complete pandemonium.
Yeah, no, we just cut through the mass of people.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me.
Ah, we're doing the Roger method of moving through his party. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Because that will never not be funny to me.
We carefully put Rodolph in the middle of the group.
Ooh.
So he doesn't get run over.
That's fair. Roger knows better than to offer him a shoulder ride.
I would never.
Nate would, Roger wouldn't.
Can I use my my thaumaturge skills to sense people's weaknesses and push right through?
Yeah, it wouldn't be too tough to get through. Like it's not like a brawl or anything crazy.
Give it 10 minutes and Roger to run his mouth.
And you'll get up to this lady, and she's already like in the middle of a conversation or like clearly talking to someone, not looking at anyone specifically, but it looks like she's essentially giving out messages. Like she's using sending. It's like, you'll have an appointment on the 25th of Erastus. And like just little, she's giving little sending messages, essentially like, yeah, be ready to stay. Your appointment is confirmed for this. You'll be here. Expect a 4-day stay. Whatever.
Receptionist.
But yeah. And eventually she'll kind of look up and, can I help you? What?
We're expected by the Ghost King.
And you are?
Raleigh Akrafuel, and he'll just motion to the party who he doesn't know any last names.
Tell you what, when I remember what it is, you'll be the first to know. Feel like that's one of the first things he forgot.
Yes, we'll all give our names.
Yeah.
And she's got this little cat, or like this it's clearly like an undead cat. Like you still see Stitch where it's been put back together.
Or weasel.
What do you say, Morty? Do they strike you as subjects worthy of His Majesty's consideration for advancement? I expected to be more impressed. Fine. She's gonna wave wave her hand over to one of the guards, and they're gonna start shutting down this court, like just pushing petitioners out.
I was gonna say, like, he has a big smile on his face, especially with the advancement, but with the last part, you just see, like, the corner of his mouth just kind of start twitching. It's like, he knows where he is. He is... The inside of his mouth has some blood because he's biting his lip so he doesn't contain the ego.
And then after
Easter blood.
after this crowd's been kind of emptied out, she'll kind of stand up and come from around this desk and look, my schedule is full. I assume the same of yours. If you're to become the newest, I assume the same of yours if you're to become the nation's newest Bloodlords. Now, follow me. And she's going to lead you essentially to the back into her office.
You cut out. What are we being the newest of?
Oh, did it? Damn it! They cut out of the perfect spot.
Yeah, it's like the newest X.
Look, my schedule
Okay.
is full, and I assume yours
Mhm.
is too if you're to become the nation's newest Bloodlords.
Ah, okay, cool. Thank you.
Now, if you'll follow me.
Everything Rodolph has always wanted.
Idol drop.
And she's going to lead you back into, like, she has this fairly decent, like, it's not CEO big, but it is very much like,
I am of importance.
it's a good, yeah, it's a good size corner office. And then once kind of everyone gets in, she's going to make this pronouncement. And, like, clearly, like, she says it as if she figures you know why you were summoned.
And I blag that I did. You'd be like, yes. Not verbally say, just like nodding, like, mm-hmm.
And it kind of, as she kind of comes in, she'll set she'll set Mortis down on her desk, and she'll walk over to a balcony and kind of push it open. And you're going to see, like, a procession, like, it took you guys a little bit to get in here, but you'll see a procession kind of passing through. Do I have a picture of one? I think I do. Let me see. Nope. 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 I thought I did. I guess I don't. That's close as I got.
That's fine.
Wow.
But that kind of gives you an idea of, like, the look of the city.
I'm a fan of the color palette.
And as she kind of pushes these doors open onto this small balconies, basically it's almost like an apartment balcony. It's like just kind of enough to have a little chair, and, like, if you wanted to sit outside to smoke or something. That's about it. And she's gonna motion to one of these processionals. while I know you have an appointment, all must prove themselves before receiving an audience with Gib. It is my duty to ensure that subjects who
Duty.
approach the Ghost King remain true in their allegiance, both for the ruler and the nation. What better way to prove one's devotion than a processional? And you'll see this little, essentially it's like a 1 or 2 float parade kind of going through town as it passes by. And she's gonna kind of motion to it with this almost leathery smile.
So Feldar will sort of look at Rodolph and the others and say, Are we supposed to process?
And as you guys kind of look out, like she'll motion to one, but you can see there are at least 4 others being led by revelers as they're kind of going around the open plaza and surrounding this tetrahedron. You can see 4 or 5 at least. Each one's kind of displayed, orchestrated, and performed by citizens of the city. Yeah.
Who amongst decides whether our processional is good enough?
Well,
Because respectfully, madam, you were madam, you were sat in there.
generally, the king himself will occasionally show favor to one or another, but it's largely to the citizens themselves. If you have a good following, a proper theme, the right pageantry, you'll be the talk of the town. And in Mekatar, talk is everything.
And will we have time to prepare for this?
Oh no, you need
Or
to do it in like
how
an
mu-
hour. No.
Look, our appointments for now, we don't want to be late.
You'll have 4 days. Don't worry about your appointment time. That was merely the first step to meeting him.
Just so that we're all on the same page here.
Mhm.
We were summoned for an audience with the Ghost King. Am I to be clear that part of the process for having this audience is to put together a parade?
And she's going to look almost dismissively down to Rodolph and kind of look over to Crowley. Do you allow your quick to speak to everyone like this?
I was under the impression that the summon was for all of us equally. He is in my company, but he is not mine, so to speak.
Rodolph's eyes and fangs both flash. I am no one's but the Ghost King's.
Very well. Yes, it is. Specifically, for those that are to be promoted. The citizens in this city have not heard of your skills and exploits that would have earned you notoriety for such a position. Consider this processional your coming out.
Came out years ago.
Letting
So can,
other citizens and other bloodlords know of your worth. That you may not be
So-
targeted for removal.
can I?
Mhm.
One of the feats that I have lets me roll a recall knowledge on any topic,
Mhm.
but using my esoteric lore skill with a -2. Is there some lore check I could do about this procession or about this process that might help us?
Oh, your diverse lore? I think that's what it is.
My
Yeah. I think
yeah,
it's
diverse lore. Yeah.
What's your tome do for checks?
What the dog do?
+1 circumstance, all skill checks. Oh, when you hold your tome. Okay. We'll say you're holding your tome. Okay.
No, this isn't a tome one. This is
Yeah, it's also a feat. But
right.
I had your modifiers up.
Oh, right. And then the tome, which I am currently holding, I think gives me +1 on top of that. So it's
Sorry.
How well does this work? Let me see. I have to hit this thingy so I know what all it comes up with. That's just me. Hold on a minute. I just want to see how well it gives the modifiers for it so I know what I'm looking at.
yeah.
I know what you're doing, but there's a hidden check, and the DM goes, "Don't worry about it."
All I did is I went to her thing and I hit recall knowledge. So I could see how it does the math.
Yeah, because it's a weird combination of things.
Yes.
that-
And because it's a recall knowledge, it's a secret check. So yeah, hit a recall knowledge. You've got your token on the map now, so you can do that, and you can go to your BAM. And you're wanting to know about the processional.
yeah, like maybe what makes a good processional, like what should we be investing money in, presumably? Like
So
I don't even know.
she'll let you know, as you're kind of heading out. Like you've got 4 days to prep. So 13, 14, 15, 16. Your processional is expected to be on essentially Wednesday the 17th, so 5 days from now. Let me read through here real quick because we're planning to do this next session.
Oh, okay.
But
Well, we can hold it off. You can just roll this.
I'll give you some
roll
cliff
over
notes for
that.
it. Essentially, it'll be like a skill challenge,
Okay.
but it's going to use the preparation points, and it will reduce some of your DCs later on, or your DC when it all finally comes up to the end. It's a
Okay.
gigantic downtime activity. It's a crazy thing.
Okay. So we can do things like recruiting the various factions to give us support and that sort of thing.
So what it'll be? There's 1, 2, 3, 4 major sections, or that 4 elements that make up a procession, and you'll be able to kind of figure this all out relatively easily, especially with a diverse lore. It's like, yeah, you've heard about these. Like I said, it's if you're gonna do it like a parade style, it's like 1 or 2 floats. If you do it more like New Orleans Jazz Fest or like or like a Mexican. There's a term for it. I forget what it is, but basically Death Parade.
Cinco de Mayo.
That's the holiday. No, the Cinco de Mayo is 5th of May, which is different. But Dia de los Muertos.
That's the one. Sorry, yeah.
But yeah, you can make a theme. It doesn't necessarily have to be to the Ghost King or to Gab or Mekatar. Like you can have it like the theme of it be to one of the guilds if you want to curry favor with them. The theme, you come up with a essential element of a theme. It'll be like a religion check or a society check or something. The actual physical exhibits of it, be it like statues or icons, decorated wagons, even trained animals, stuff like that. There's
Wow, it's too bad I don't still have my original character because I think that was exactly her background, was
yes,
planning these things.
it was. She
Yeah,
was a
you're
celebrant.
with the celebrants.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that it
yeah.
does specifically state like if you don't tie it to any specific guild, you get bonus with celebrants. So the 4 categories: themes, exhibits, pageantry, revelers. Pageantry is going to be like the costumes and accessories, what everyone wears. Revelers is recruiting the locals to take part in it. That's considered a big part of this thing. Is getting
Okay.
enough people to like. If you put on a dance show, it's not like 4 people just dancing down the street. That's not a processional. That's just a group of friends.
That's a drunken night out in London.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's gonna be the 4 categories. The DC for each category is 28. If you succeed, you get a point. Critically succeed, you get 2. Failure is nothing. Critical failure, you lose a point. You do all of that. We add up however many points it is. And everyone can take, because you have 4 days, everyone can take part in every category. We get to the end, performing the perfect processional. However many points you had will help to determine the DC of the actual processional. So however much prep you do, the better you make it look, the easier it is to pull off in the end.
Jesus Christ, that door needs some WD-40.
Yes. If you... So, if you fail the actual processional itself, a regular fail, or sorry, if you critically succeed, we'll go from the top down. For a week following your promotion, you'll get a +1 circumstance to diplomacy and intimidation ever inside the city. If you succeed, you start to get attention, but you don't get any. It doesn't really attract any significant notice from the king himself. Critical success, people take notice, like the king comes out, kind of thing. Failure doesn't really impress in any way. No penalty, but no one really notices. Critical failure, not only do you fail to impress passersby, your reputation actually suffers.
Oh dear.
For the following week, you'll take a -2 penalty to diplomacy intimidation within Mekatar, unless you're disguised.
Mm.
So we'll make that a +2 for a critical success and a -2 for a critical failure. I'll bump that success up so it's balanced. You'll also get faction rep. 3, 2, 1, and 3, 2, 1, 0. Success, critical, success, failure, critical. Yeah. And that's what we're looking forward to next session.
Okay.
Yay! So bring your creative
Mhm.
hats.
Okay. Oy.
We're discussing this like in the downtime between the
Oh,
to work out what we're doing, right,
absolutely.
guys?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. No.
Yeah, I've got some thoughts.
The DC
Yeah,
for
go
all
with-
the prep is 28.
Okay.
Okay.
And each category, like, it gives suggested skills, like just default skills, but like if you guys think of something, absolutely. Whatever. You could probably
Cool,
use
cool.
diverse esoteric on quite a bit of it as a backstop, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't lean on that too much because you got a -2 on it. So you're only rocking
Yeah.
a 19.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes it a mere plus 19.
Yeah, only a 19, which means you've got to roll like 10 or higher to pass.
10 or higher.
Yeah.
So yeah. And we have better scores than other things. So it's
Oh yeah, your guys' scores are all over the place.
Yeah.
But it'll cover the gamut on skills. I mean, religion, society, athletics, crafting, nature, deception, performance, diplomacy, intimidation, lore. Yeah. Whatever you guys want to do. If you want to use a specific skill and you can come up with a reason for it, absolutely. Like, I want to be able to get all of this stuff. Like, I want to get something like super high fancy from the Builders League, but I'm gonna have to steal it. Thievery. I don't know. We need to get it without them realizing it, so that way we can make it a counter thing, and I can get like the main icon from the Tax Collectors Guild, and we'll like hang it upside down or something. Really insult them. That type of stuff. I don't know. Whatever you can think of. This next one will be a really it'll be an interesting, creative, roleplay driven session. I think it'll probably be a
Very
little shorter
cool.
too, but and then that will determine what the DC is. The DC for the actual procession ranges from 23 to 33.
Okay.
The worse your preparation, the higher the DC.
Okay.
Very interesting.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. It's a little bit of a
Some
filler
ideas.
session, but it's also a great way, like, just to kind of have fun and show off a little bit.
Yeah. Oh well, I gotta dip because my mom's waiting to have dinner.
Yeah.
Have a good
Uh,
night, everyone.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah.